Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another amazing topic of a conversation. And today we have with us a woman that I met, and Fabiola. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm gonna let you pronounce your last name because I don't wanna say the wrong thing.
Fabiola Stuyvesant.
Okay, born in Venezuela, married to a Turkish man with 4 kids.
Yes,
So, Fabiola, welcome.
thank you.
I Today we're going to talk about how to balance because women take action. But since I've met you, I've seen that you spread yourself with a lot of things, and I really don't know how you do it. I know that I do too many things, but really, I admire everything you're doing.
Thank you.
So let's start with your family.
Okay. You
You
want me
have
to describe them?
you have 4 kids.
Correct.
You
Yes,
have a 3-year-old, which is
correct.
a handful, and you have 3 teenagers.
Exactly. I had Celine, she's 12, Sebastian, 13, and Isabella, 16 years old. He's a junior in high school, in our local high school in Alonso Tracy Morning.
How are you dealing with all the things with being a teenager?
It's about respect. You have to, for me, the magic is for them to respect me, not to fear me. So there is a very fine line there, but it is respect. They know we are a team, and that's how this works. By being a team, and they know what is their position in that team, and they do the right thing. And when they do it, they have the right consequences or rewards. Okay. So my teenagers, I don't want to say it out loud, but really, I feel I'm blessed because they don't bring me that normal teenager drama issue. No, no, no. They're really, really quiet. And they help me. That's how I can do everything.
So you get a lot of help from your kids.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Everybody has their own task in their house. I mean, my kids, they even do their own laundry. So,
Well, how
yes.
did you get to do that?
You teach them, and you make them part of, they need to feel part of that team that we're talking, so everybody, for this to function, everybody has a very specific task to do, and they do that task. And it's just like they listen, and I think I got lucky too, like we got lucky both sides.
That's a really good lesson because sometimes we take over for our kids and do everything for them.
Correct.
You're trying to get them to do the things on their own.
Yeah, to prepare them for the future. Because, imagine if you get married or you go to college and you don't know how to you do laundry, you don't know how to cook, how to pay bills, like they all have their own debit card, they know how to manage their money. Like I'm preparing them for life. That's what I'm trying to do because we, mom and dad, we are not always going to be there for them. At some point, we have to go. So they need to have the tools to be able to function in society on their own. So what I'm trying to create is very independent children that they know how to do and how to accomplish things.
That's really amazing. And I would love to have your girls in our program for the power of the heel. So please send
Anytime.
them over and I would love for you to talk to them because that is really amazing to
Thank you.
create independent teenagers that they can know they can fend for themselves.
Correct.
So another part of your life is that you have a business.
Correct.
What kind of business do you have?
Well, you said my husband, he's Turkish, so he is very good with metal. So anything metal or ornamental metal, he does everything, spider stairs, fences, etc. So we created a business together. I help with all the administrative work of the business, and he's in the hands-on action. So we have a metal shop in Hialeah. It's not a big business, but it's a good business.
So the you do all the admin work and he's the creative person.
Basically, yes,
So
exactly.
that's another division of your time.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
That is
so
usually
now
my mornings.
that is usually your morning. So now for the punchline. Because not only she has that, but you have been appointed Commissioner of Sunny Isles.
Correct.
And being appointed Commissioner to finish the term that the mayor was
Yes,
supposed to finish, and now she's
correct.
the mayor and you're finishing that, correct?
Well, right now I'm gonna be there until January 24th because we're having a special election in January 25th because it's more than 3 years for that position to be finished. So yes, now I've been appointed, which is a big honor and a humongous responsibility, and I'm so proud of having that responsibility and have, you know, that trust in me. And it's going to be until January because we're having a special election in January 25th.
And I understand that you're running
Correct. Yes,
to
and I'm
be
ready to stay in
elected
that
so
position.
that you continue the next 3 years as the commissioner.
Correct.
Why?
Well,
I have to
again,
ask you.
yeah, my
Why?
motivation is my family. My inspiration is my beautiful city. Sunny Isles Beach is a wonderful place to grow a family, to grow old. And for visitors to come, like when my family visits, they are like always amazed of our small city and everything we had into, like I said, 1.5 square mile city. It's very
Even
small.
smaller than Aventura.
Yes, a lot smaller than Aventura, correct. And and I've been doing public service for most of my life. I did it back in Venezuela, and I'm doing it here since I came. Since 2010, I got involved with the city and with the school specifically through the PTSA, etc. And I have never stopped. I have continued. And being involved with the PTA in the school, it brought me and opened the doors to start getting involved also with the city. And I serve in certain committees in the city, like the Historic Preservation Committee. I think it was like the natural evolution of things. Like I'm always being on the ground working. And now if I have the opportunity to be also a decision maker as an official, I'm gonna take that opportunity, yes.
What is the historical society?
The Historic Preservation
The historic preservation. What is that?
Committee. Yeah, like we have certain historic buildings, like a bridge, and we just have to vote in certain, if a new building is going to be considered historic, that we have a few things very specific that they need to be voted, and we do a recommendation, and that recommendation then goes to the commission.
To preserve the historic part of the cities.
Yes, exactly. Specific buildings or roads, in this case, also a bridge that we have, and then FDOT is involved. If they need to do any repair, any changes, it has to be approved by the commission, the committee specific.
Sunny Isles has been one of the most iconic cities in, like it, we always know South Beach. And
Correct.
then there's Miami Beach. But Sunny
Exactly.
Isles have like I think the buildings are the most iconic, modern and amazing buildings I have ever seen.
Yeah, it has become a worldwide destination. Like you see people driving and they are just taking videos of the buildings on the east side. Correct, on the beach side. Yeah, the growth and the development of Sunny Isles since its creation in 1997 is being like you can write a book out of it.
No, the growth has been amazing, but I
Yes.
also agree that with the growth of the city and now becoming a destination place, there are also a lot of opportunities for jobs,
Yes.
for many.
Yeah, it brings challenges, you know, like for example, traffic. We have a traffic issue right now, like we have a state road also crossing through Sunny Isles, so which is the Collins Avenue. So it brings challenges, but also it brings opportunity. Like you said, like job creation, like we have a lot of commercial buildings in Sunny Isles. So yes, it is a combination. It's a balance. Yes,
You
correct.
need to balance it.
Yes,
You need to balance because we also have a lot of a floating population.
yes, exactly.
How
Yeah,
many citizens in Sunny Isles?
around 20 something, 20,000.
20,000. And
Correct.
the floating, when you
It, it,
get visitors,
it kind of, it is really tricky because it depends on the season. Like right now it's a high season during the winter because obviously we have a beautiful weather here. So we have a lot of visitors right now from Russia and Canada, New York, New Jersey, etc. During the summer, it's more like the Latin population that is coming. Plus during the summer is we have a lot of people coming from Argentina because it's their winter back then. So it is always changing. We only have a lot of people coming, floating people, but it just changed with the season.
so you have a lot of cultural mix in Sunny
Yes,
Isles.
correct. Yes,
So
yes.
what is the most prominent cultures that you have?
Well, we have a very big Russian community. We have a very big also Jewish community. Also, we have the Latin community there and Americans, of course. Um, I think we are really, again, very balanced because there is representation of all these groups, but it's almost like the same percentage. So like nobody's on top of anyone's, and we all live in complete harmony, which is the beauty of Sunny Isles. Like in the school, at some point I remember we had representation over 75 countries in the school, in our KA. Yes, and so you can find children from almost any place in the world in our KA school.
It's amazing when you go to Sunny Isles to like a restaurant and you sit on a table and you hear all the languages.
Yes,
You hear in one table English, in one table Spanish, in one table Russian, in another, and it's like the melting pot.
correct. Well, even in the school cafeteria, when you walk around, you in such a small place, in one table, you can have representation of 5, 6, 7 countries because we have people from Brazil, and then the other girl from Argentina, another one from Ukraine, and from everywhere. And they're all sitting in the same table, eating the same cafeteria lunch. So it is like, it gives them a unique opportunity just to grow and feel like anything and everything is normal, like people with an accent, people with a different religious background than yours. And they respect each other, they comprehend each other, and we just like learn to live with harmony.
It's all about the values and respect.
Absolutely, yes.
What did your family say when you told them you were running?
They said, mommy, like, okay, if you decide to do that, we will support you. But it's not natural. To run for office is not a natural thing. I make a little joke. I say it's easier to have a birth to a child than to run for office, because it's, you put yourself out there and you put your family out there too, which the family should be off limits, of course, but then it opens the opportunity for people to attack you. And that is the negative part of being running for office. But other than that, I'm enjoying it. I know that I can help do a lot for the community, and that's what I'm doing. But it's not a natural thing. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, I get it. I commend you for running.
Thank you.
But when I was before we went online and we were talking, I saw a picture of you and your family. And then I was
Correct.
like a little shocked when you told me that you had 4 kids. So I
Correct.
go, okay, you left one out of the picture.
No, she's never gonna be left out. My stepdaughter, Celine, she lived the whole year with us. Like that we are the residential address for her. Okay, but last year when we were taking this picture, this family picture, her birth mom didn't allow us to put her into the picture. So I had to have the conversation because I had this picture everywhere for my campaign, and she knows she's part of our family. She's like part of us. For me, I have 4 kids, not 3. And it was like a legal issue why I could not put her picture out there. But she's a strong supporter of my campaign, by the way.
So you're very open with your kids, with all the,
Yeah.
you talk very openly with your kids.
Yes, of course. Another thing that I always say is that information is power. So you need to give the information in order to give people the power. So I talk to my children almost like an adult. Yeah, I treat them like adults. Like I said, I am expecting this, and this from you. And for that to happen and for you to have everything that you have to give something back. So that is the idea. So we talk about divorce, about all these hard topics. Yes, we have all those conversations. They need to be part of it so they understand what's going on. And it also prepares them for the future.
Definitely. So tell me a little bit of what do you plan? You told me that there's a lot of traffic in Sunny Isles.
Yes.
I know there's traffic all over. We are
Yes.
a destination, like
And
Aventura.
Florida is booming too. Yes.
Correct. So Florida's booming. What's happening? Tell me a little bit about traffic and then tell me a little bit about the real estate part of Sunny Isles.
Okay, about
What's
traffic.
happening? And okay, so let's tell me about traffic.
Yes, about traffic. That's basically the number one concern about residents is safety and traffic, like those two. And I do believe that the short-term solution is enforcement. We have a very good police force, very, very good, very well equipped too.
I know
And
you
what we're
nearly,
trying to see, I lost you, sorry.
I'm sorry. You nearly took our chief of police to Sunny Isles.
Yes, yes, exactly. And so, like I said, enforcement, that's something we can do right now. Like we can do more enforcement, more patrol, etc., and try to alleviate a little bit the bad behavior because the traffic is always going to be there. The people that is going to be passing by is going to continue passing by. What we want to feel is more safe and more security, and I think we can do that with the enforcement. About the real estate, also, like I said, Florida is booming. So there is people coming constantly, like something goes in the market and immediately, like there is a lot of demand right now.
But the buildings are huge.
Yes, they are.
I
They are.
remember before the pandemic, the buildings, like for example, were mostly investment. They were mostly black. Like you saw that there were not people living there.
It,
Now,
it con,
and
it
now
con,
it's full.
well, the east side, the beach on the beach buildings, they continue now being usually 100% capacity. I would say like most of them, they are on a 40% capacity.
So there are second homes.
Correct, exactly. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, like second
And
homes.
the west side of Sunny Isles, they
That is
people
more full
live,
capacity. Yes, that is
people
more full
live there
capacity.
all the time.
Correct, yes. We have residents that they've been there since before the creation of Sony Apps, like the people in the Winston Towers. So, and they are pillars of the community. They've been there like before even Sony Apps was incorporated in 1997. So we have the west side, it was developed before that time. So yeah, we have our main residents are on the west side.
Okay. And let me ask you something. You're from Venezuela.
Correct,
You studied in Venezuela
correct.
and then came here.
Yes, I came
Was
when I was
that
29 years old. Yeah.
you were 29, so you lived through the Chavez, Maduro,
Not Maduro, but through the Chavez regime, yes.
you lived through the Chavez regime and you came here because of that?
Yeah, basically, yes, correct. We were trying to escape. My family, we always got kidnapped in Venezuela. Sadly, my brother, my sister-in-law, and the 2 little kids, they did get kidnapped. I lost friends due to either politics or just regular crime. And I love my country, Venezuela, my original country. The natural beauty is incredible, but sadly, it needs to be like restored or it needs to be recuperated. Yes, yeah. Correct. Recovered. And because the politics right now over there is very bad. And that's why also in the last 2-3 years, we had increased the number of people moving actually to Sunny Isles from Venezuela. Before, when I came here in 2007, we were very few Venezuelans in the island. And now there is a lot more Venezuelans that coming in the last 2-3 years. Is incredible.
Because a lot of the Venezuelans are in Weston and in
Doral. Yes, correct.
Correct. So it's,
but the people that used to be in the beach in Venezuela, they want to be again close to the beach. It's like you get used to be in the water. So I chose Sunny Isles because it reminds me a lot in the area where I used to live in Venezuela. And now Sunny Isles is my city. And America is my country.
So let me ask you something. Chile had just had their elections yesterday.
Correct.
And a socialist with only 35 years old, Gabriel Boric, won.
Correct. Correct.
But he's also saying that he does not agree with the Venezuelan regime, the Cuban regime, but on the more socialist side. I know that we're not getting into politics. You're running a nonpartisan campaign.
Correct.
But this is more about Latin America.
Correct.
What do you think about?
The thing is that I study economics, okay? I have a bachelor's degree in economy. And the concept of socialism is a very romantic concept. Everybody have like the same quality of life, the same opportunities, you know, like a base where everybody should be in the same land. The reality is that when it's been trying to be implemented, it has not had that.
Yes, but in Europe, there's a lot of socialist countries that have been running and have been implemented.
Yeah, they always put like the example of Denmark, etc. But if you see the percentage of the people who is actually living from the government, like from the social services, is a very small percentage, because over there the people take the proud of working. Oh, and that, and that is how we lose that kind of a conversation. Because, for example, in the Venezuelan case, you wanted to live completely from the government.
No, that is not correct, but that is a very misconception.
Correct, exactly. But the Denmark,
no.
Correct, but the Denmark model, where you want to work, where you want to be part of the society, you want to be productive. If everybody wants to do that, then of course it will work. Any regime, the name that you put it, it will work. But if what you are looking for is just to live for free and have the same kind of living of someone who is working very hard for, then that is just even unfair.
Correct, that is unfair, and we're going, as you know, I'm from Colombia, and now the elections are also coming. With the big difference that the one of the people running for president was a guerrilla. He was one of the founders of the M19, the guerrilla group that took over the Justice Palace.
Yes,
when
correct.
I was in Colombia, and I remember
back in the
that
days.
was so scary. So that is totally different.
Correct, exactly. Yeah, but it's been like a romanticization of the concept of socialism. And again, when you match the concept with the reality of it, then it's a misconception.
No, what I do agree is that everybody should have access to healthcare.
Absolutely, and education.
And education.
And education is fundamental.
But definitely not being supported by the government.
Correct, but everyone has to have access to education, from the youngest level to the highest level. Like you say, in the example of Europe, my sister went to do her PhD in Germany, And then she married, she stayed there. But over there, the whole education system is free of charge. You can become a medical doctor, have a PhD, master's degree, etc., and the government pays for that actually. But then it's supported by the taxes of the people.
Correct, and Germany is not a socialist country.
No, and it's supported by the taxes of the people. But again, people take proud of working and making money and paying their taxes because you know what you're getting for it. You're getting safety, you're getting education, a good health system. So like I said, if you do, it has to be something for something because there is no something for nothing. It doesn't work like that.
I totally agree with you. And Fabiola, I wish you all the luck.
Thank you. I need it.
And I know that this week is Christmas.
Correct.
So can you give a little message? I
Yes.
know that for us, Christmas, it is not Christmas. Just went through Hanukkah, but
Okay,
for
I know
you,
that too.
it's Christmas, and we want to wish you, everyone, a happy Christmas, safe holidays.
Correct.
Things are getting a little tricky with the Omicron variant.
Correct.
A
Yes.
lot of people, so we hope that everybody stays safe.
Correct.
And if you want to say something for everyone that celebrates Christmas,
Yeah,
please
thank you.
don't really.
Just take the precaution, try to get vaccinated if you haven't been vaccinated. Make a test just to make sure that you are okay before like getting together or going to places where there's a lot of people that is going to be congregating. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I just wish that 2022 is going to be a lot better than 2021 and 2020. We had to come back to the pre-COVID times. And again, be healthy, be safe, be strong.
Thank you so much, Fabiola, and to everyone.
Thank you, Gladys.
Until the next conversation, and above all, stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.